From escaping a war zone to sacking quarterbacks, Tamba Hali's story is one of grit, heart, and legacy.
With 89.5 sacks, 5 Pro Bowls, and a Chiefs Hall of Fame induction, he is a true Kansas City icon. Let's unravel the incredible journey of legendary Chief Tamba Hali.
But to do this, we need to go back to the beginning. Tamba Hali was born in Liberia during a civil war. At age 10, he fled to the U.S., facing cultural and linguistic barriers.
In an interview, Hali said,
"My upbringing, because of the war and the amount of walking and the amount of toughness as a young person had to endure, it kind of helped me when I got to the country, 9th grade, ready to play football. You know, I already had the build, and it was simple. You know, put these pads on, put your hand in the ground and go."
His drive to reunite his mother, achieved in 2006, was a defining moment. He shared,
"Getting here and having the kind of people to help bring over my mom, starting with Lamar Hunt, Jack Camp, the senator for Buffalo at the time, Joe Paterno. So having those people all rally around the story that I seem to have, coming from war, and I said that was a proud moment for Mom to be in the country."
when his mother was finally able to make it to her first Chiefs game, she was smiling from ear to ear after his first sack.
Mom didn't know much about the game, so I had to tell her, I said, just watch the guy that's going to throw the ball all game. My job is to get there at least once. I don't know if she could understand what was going on, but she was happy because the entire...
Knew you did good things.
Yeah.
Moving on to college, at Penn State, Hali was a unanimous All-American 2005 with 65 tackles and 11 sacks.
He helped Penn State win the Big Ten and the Orange Bowl, earning the Robert B. Mittinger Award for Courage and Character.
Hali said, "Since I got there, we ran a 4-3, so it wasn't too hard. Majority of the time, I was outside of the tight end."
Moving on to his NFL career, Hali was drafted 20th overall in 2006.
With the 20th choice in the 2006 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Tamba Hali, defensive end from Penn State.
He played 12 seasons overall with the Chiefs, recording 89.5 sacks and 5 Pro Bowl appearances.
In his early years, he faced tension with veterans like Jared Allen. Hali recalled,
When I got, Eric Hicks was the starter at the time. And when I got in, Jared was trying to get a contract, so he's not even happy. Like, we just paid this guy all this money and I've been here. So it was a little bit of tension there. Yep. And Jared was not going to teach me. And Eric had apologized. He said, "Man, I'm sorry what happened those days." I said, "I understand." This is cutthroat. Yeah, they brought me in. I'm the first round. It's like, you're going to start. Eric, you're out. And it's like, the guys they don't like it at all.
Tamba also mentioned his welcome to the NFL moment came when Tony Gonzalez bruised his ribs in practice, sidelining him for 3 weeks.
See, I wouldn't say this, but I'll say it now because we're all done. Is when I was in practice, and it was against Tony Gonzalez. So Tony's having a hard time my rookie year blocking me. I'm like a jackrabbit coming off the edge, but I know how to practice in the sense of don't touch the quarterback, whatnot, just get your move done. Tony forced me to the ground, took his knee, put it here to slow me down. For 3 weeks, I was out.
"Oh,
Wow. Yeah, and nothing came out of it, but it was obvious. Tony's like, this guy.
Did he ever say, sorry about that, man?"
He kind of tried, but it was, it's one of those things that's happening as it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm sorry. But my ribs was bruised. And I was welcome to the league.
Yeah. Did he stand over you and say, "Welcome to the NFL"?
No, it was just real. Herm walked up and Herm said, Put some hot sauce on it.
Love Herm Edwards.
You play to win the game. His peak came in 2010 with 14 and a half sacks. He credited mindset, coach Joe Kim, and jiu-jitsu training.
Later in his career, Hali had to transition to a 3-4 outside linebacker, which was tough. Hali said, "I had to become more of a student of the game, had to learn how to get in coverage."
And then I transitioned to playing outside linebacker, which now you have to learn how to get in coverage. You have to read coverage. You have to read the receivers, what they're doing, which guy you're going to be on if they're in motion. So yeah, I had to become more of a student of the game.
He also mentored players like Justin Houston, joking, at least 4 of those 22 sacks were mine.
I took pride in it. Being a player, I didn't see myself as one of those like dominant players. You know, when you talk about people like Dwight Freeney, you know, I watched Dwight all my career. He's so dominant. So being able to learn how to pass rush from a technical standpoint and get sacks, and then be able to help some of the guys who I felt, you know, had talent from here. Like Justin was one of those guys. He was just super talented. Justin was so strong, like 400 pounds. He could just, I couldn't even do it. So teaching him the technique, it just watching him go out there and get 22 sacks. At least 4 of those was mine, you know? But
did you talk to him about that?
I do. I'm like, Justin, is like 4 sacks. I'm like right here, and you're like right here. But just to see him have success and all the other guys that I've worked with, I take pride in it because it had to do with technique more than your ability.
Yeah. Toward the end of Tamba's career, he did face some challenges, which included a suspension in 2012 and injuries in 2017. Also, Tamba credits Andy Reid for limiting the snaps in the later part of his career to preserve his health.
There's something he did that I only get to talk about after my career. He stopped me from playing the game. I love the game. I put so much time in. I wanted to play, and I probably could have, but I've had so many snaps that even I don't understand what's happening, and they did. They have every snap from the day we hit the field to the day you leave. They have every snap, so they can tell you, they can gauge you if you're going to be walking or not based on your snaps.
Oh, so he actually helps you understand, hey, you want to live the rest of your life and you want to be able to walk around and do it.
Indirectly, but yes.
Wow. And that's so selfless. That's awesome.
I couldn't understand it when I spoke with Clark. He said, yeah, the same thing's happening with Travis right now. He wants to play every play.
Yeah.
And it's like, we have that a little bit left, and they got to kind of stretch it out through the season. Andy helped me out way more than I think.
That's great. That's him caring about you as a person rather than a commodity, you know, which is what a lot of them do.
And I think that helps him get the best out of his players too. And when you guys know that he's looking out for your best interest, man, you want to go to war for that guy.
Yep. The thing is, you don't know when he stopped playing. You think he's against you. The whole time I was hating him. I'm like, I hate Andy right now. Like, I don't get to play. And it's like, dude, it's an anomaly. We need to get to the Super Bowl. You can play in the Super Bowl.
You can play every snap in the Super Bowl.
Hali founded Relume Records in 2011, releasing singles like The One For Me.
He donated to Ebola relief in Liberia and serves on the Literacy KC board. Hali shared,
"Do you spend a lot of time in Liberia then?"
I do. Last year I spent 4 months.
Wow.
So every 3 months I'll go back, spend like a month working with different people, from flag football to my passion, music, and different little businesses we have. We have a water business to serve the community. Wow. But, it's just doing little things where I feel like you can immediately see impact. It's third world.
Even to this day, Tamba mentors players like George Karloftis with jiu-jitsu.
Now moving on to the legacy that Tamba left behind. Inducted into the Chiefs Hall of Fame in 2024, Hali's 89.5 sacks ranks second in Chiefs history.
As Tamba reflected, He said, "As time went on, I appreciate more being away from the game to realize I was part of something special."
As time went on, I think I appreciated more being away from the game to realize, wow, that I was part of something special, way before me and after me.
To this day, Tamba continues mentoring Chiefs players, saying, "It feels like I'm always part of the team."
Tamba Hali's story from Liberia to Chiefs legend is a story of heart, hustle, and pure determination.
His 89.5 sacks, 5 Pro Bowl selections, and his induction into the Chiefs Hall of Honor prove his greatness. But his music, philanthropy, and mentorship show his true greatness on and off the field.
So, Chiefs Kingdom, what's your favorite moment? Drop it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Chiefs Legends Unraveled.